Hello everyone and welcome back to more Seduce Me, the Otome, except this is more of the after story in Sam's route, or after Sam's route. Woo! So you guys who are just tuning into this video, I highly just suggest that you guys would at least watch my playthrough of Seduce Me, the Otome, the very first, like the actual game, and maybe try to find Sam's route. Like at least watch the first half-ish, and then you can just go watch Sam's route to see how it ended off. But basically, we're here again, and this is his after story as part of like an extra download. So it takes place after if our main heroine, Hannah, in our case, ends up with Sam, and it's been like a time skip. Apparently, yeah, each of the guys end up living. Depending on who you choose, the guys end up living with you in the human world, and so I guess they just went out and got like actual jobs and shit. And so what happens in this story was that it's I forgot how many years has passed. I read the description just like a few seconds ago and I completely forgot it. But anyways, it's like a little event that I guess Sam has set up for us in regards of that. So yeah, this is the start of that story. So let's get started then. Let's change it to Hannah because that was our heroine's name. Okay, so it had been 2 years since my grandfather passed away, 2 years since I met the boys. Okay, so it's only a 2-year time skip. I thought it was like something like extreme. 2 years since Sam and I shared our first kiss. Oh my gosh, it's getting so sentimental. It may have been forced, yes, but he was still my first and my last love. I grew to love this man and held no doubt about my affections for him. He might have seemed intimidating to some, but inside he was a sweetheart and was as gentle as a feather. Aww. I felt warm every time I thought of him, a smile following after. Sam. Oh, Sam. As my as his image appeared in my mind, my heart fluttered. Sam had decided to join the police force and he had used his handcuffs very well. Oh. Yeah, they mentioned that he was part of the police force now, but oh my. Oh my. Embarrassment aside, he would always come home proud to have caught a criminal or have stopped a fight. I was so proud of him and always praised him enough to make him go red in the face. He was so cute like that. Oh. He would always smile, though in the end he cherished me beyond anything else in the world. I was happy and I never wanted my story to end. No surprises, no problems. On a day off, though, something surprised me. Oh, okay. I was cleaning the kitchen, humming my favorite Rise of the Phoenix song to myself. Dinner was quick, but having a clean kitchen was important. My mind wandered to what happened at dinner. It was peaceful, but Sam barely said a word to me. It might have been because he was tired, but Sam was a lot more vocal at dinner time. What made today different? Because he's got something up his sleeves. However, just as I finished cleaning the last utensil, something zipped past me like lightning. I looked back and tried to see from my memory if I could pin a detail on the fast-moving shadow, but I came up with only one answer. Sam? Sam, what are you doing sneaking around like you're a criminal? No reply. It had to be Sam, though. Who else would do this? Who else would even be in the house? A ghost! Ooh. I don't even know how old that house is. I quickly washed my hands and tried to run in the direction the shadow ran towards, heading into the dining room. Ugh, no stuffy. I gasped slightly. What the? Looks pretty normal to me. Draped over a chair was a sign. From the handwriting, I could tell that it was Sam. He tried to write legibly enough for his message to get across. He still had some work to do, but I read the sign as best as I could. You have a surprise in your room. Really? Oh, really? A surprise? What was going on? Was this some kind of booty call? Or was this a trick? Oh my god. Low-key down for a booty call. Sam, what are you up to? I decided to go along with this. What was waiting for me? Would it be a desperate Sam? Would it be gift of some sort? This wasn't like Sam at all, and yet it had Sam written all over it. He practically wrote the sign himself. Yeah, literally. I walked through the lobby and headed upstairs to my room. I felt a pair of eyes watching me, but I ignored it. If Sam was watching, then he'd watch me follow his directions to the roughly written letter. My bedroom door was closed despite me leaving it open the last time I left it. Odd. I slowly opened it, mentally preparing for anything. I wasn't prepared enough for what was there. What? I saw a beautiful jade-colored dress laid out on my bed. Ew! It gently glimmered in the light of the room, showing the grace of its regal fabric and design. It looked like a princess gown, yet it was definitely a modern dress. It was like a large prom dress, but I wasn't going to prom. Really? You guys don't got prom? Oh, do you guys got like what? What's that one thing that I totally forgot what it was, but it's not. Is it prom? I don't even know. Homecoming! Wasn't it called homecoming? Is that a thing? I don't even know. Stepping further into the room, I noticed my bedside table was covered in different jewelry and accessories. On the floor was a pair of gorgeous jade heels that sparkled in the light of the room. Ooh, Sam, if you're around, what is going on? He's not gonna say anything. I tried to speak out, hoping he was nearby to hear me. I didn't hear a reply. Yep. See? Typical. Sam, what is going on? Girl, just put on that damn dress and just go downstairs. This was beyond anything Sam would do. I could never imagine him laying this out for me, yet my heart fluttered at the thought possibly being very true. My mind began to imagine him seeing me in this dress. Then to get the damn dress on. His face would turn red, but he would give me that silly grin and call me pretty. My lips curled into a very happy smile at the fantasy thought. I stepped towards the dress and gently lifted it up. It was perfectly made for me. The tailoring was custom with no tag on the collar. I blushed wildly. When did you get this done? How'd you even get my measurements? What distracted me was a note falling out from the dress onto the floor. I quickly picked it up and read it. Again, it was in Sam's sloppy writing. Please get dressed and wait to be escorted back downstairs. Okay, Mr. Fancy. I stared at the note in complete confusion. Wait to be escorted? What did that mean? Where were we going this time? Were we going somewhere? Okay. I don't even know how I got that sentence out. This whole thing left me with so many questions. I began to rethink following the shadow from the kitchen. Why? He'd better explain at the end of all this. It's not something bad. God, just go with it. I muttered before slowly stripping and slipping on the dress. It was indeed perfect, form-fitting, and princess-like. A quick zip, and suddenly I was royalty. I looked at the mirror at myself and couldn't stop staring. I really did look regal. Whoa. I know. I look damn good. I stared at myself. How was I able to look like this from simply putting on a dress? I slowly started to add accessories and some of the pieces of jewelry. Once I put on the heels, I felt that the world around me was almost too dreamlike to be real. This was from Sam? Damn. A small knock tapped on my door and I quickly rushed over to open it. What the James? The fuck? What are you doing? What did you get in here? What? Were you hiding in like from some danky corner of the house that I didn't notice? I stared as James, dressed in his servant garb, greeted me and held out an arm to me. He was in on this? When did you even come home? What? I thought the guys left in the very end of the game. I thought the guys left to do their own shit. What? Okay, whatever. James, what's going on? James didn't reply, simply smiling at me and nodding for me to take his arm. I slowly took it, now even more unsure of what was happening. Am I gonna meet the rest of the guys too? He guided me to the lobby where Erik, Matthew, and Damien waited for us in their servant garb as well. I gripped to James' arms tighter, now very nervous. When did you guys get in? Wait, what? What was going on? Just go with it, girl. It's not gonna be that bad. Can't be that bad. Okay, guys. We climbed down the stairs before James gently lowered my arm and joined his brothers. Everything was slowly becoming a fairy tale dream, and my mind had a hard time wrapping around it. Before I could speak, though, the boys lowered their heads and raised their arms in unison towards the dining room archway. I turned my head and gasped. What? Aw, look at you! You look so freaking dapper. Oh my gosh. Dressed in an extremely handsome prince garb was Sam, staring at me with both a surprised expression and a blush on his cheeks. I felt a blush rush onto my own face at the sight of Sam. He looked really handsome and my heart was racing just from looking at him. Ha! This had to be a dream. I feel like I'm in Disney World. Sam gulped silently before walking over and holding out his hand to me. I stared at it, then slowly reached out and placed my hand in his. Sam smiled before gently bringing it to his lips. Oh. His hands was quivering. Why?
You look amazing.
Thank you. I stared at Sam as he looked at me with his lips on my knuckles. My blush grew hotter on my face, making him chuckle softly and lean back up straight. He didn't let go of my hand, however, and gently pulled me towards him. Are we gonna dance? Because this thing is called Shall We Dance? I looked up at Sam as he smiled and rested a hand on my waist, lifting the hand he was holding beside us. I naturally rested a hand on his shoulder, raising an eyebrow. We're gonna dance right here. Then music started to play. We gotta dance right here. It was a song I recognized, and it had become Sam's personal favorite, only plucked on the piano. I looked over to the direction of the sound, barely seeing Erik playing a portable piano in the corner of the room before feeling Sam tighten his grip on me, making me look back to him. Hannah, if you're so ballin' and you're so rich, or your grandfather was so rich and ballin', why didn't he own a grand piano? God, even if it's just for display, it looks nice, okay?
Well, shall we dance?
Oh hell yeah. I stared, telling every single dancing nerve in my body that this was indeed real before nodding to Sam. Like a fairy tale, he and I began to dance in almost perfect unison. He gently guided me around the lobby, waltzing with me with a tender smile on his face. I couldn't help but smile back, despite my mind being completely lost in what was going on. His smile always made everything okay with me. Yeah. Each step we took was perfectly timed with the music. I didn't doubt Sam had these skills because he was an incubus, yet it seemed so uncharacteristic of him to be able to be so prince-like. Sam, what is going on? What are you doing?
We're dancing. What does it look like, doofus?
Yeah, but still, like, why? We're dancing, yes, but... Before I could continue, the room slowly began to melt and get darker. What? Whoa! What? Oh my god, this is so freaking trippy, but it's so awesome. Oh my god. Sam kept leading me through the dance as the room Sam kept leading me through the dance as the room around us began to turn into the night sky. The stars were brilliantly lit, with the moon being the largest light in the sky. I felt myself gripped to Sam tighter before looking around. We were dancing in the sky under the light of the moon. Our feet touched the air as if it was merely the floor as we waltzed to echoed music. Whoa, this is so freaking trippy. Speaking of air, I slightly looked down to see the mansion far below us. We were very high up in the sky. I couldn't help but tighten my grip again onto Sam, who chuckled in response. Wait, we're actually up in the sky? Holy fucking shit. Sam!
What?
We're in the sky. Well, we're in space. We're in space. Oh my god, space.
We're in the sky. Yes, I know, doofus.
We're in space. Oh my gosh. But what if...
I promise, I won't let you fall.
Oh my god, if you do. If you do. I looked up at Sam to see him with a serious expression. Our dance became a simple sway as he gently moved a hand on my waist to caress my cheek. I naturally closed my eyes and nuzzled into his gloved hand.
I would never let you fall. I'll be by your side. Always. I'll protect you with my life.
Aw, cool. His words echoed through my body, making my heart feel warm and light. I felt incredibly happy that he was like this. I almost didn't want to ask any more about what was happening. Everything seemed too perfect that even the smallest doubt might break this dream. I didn't want this dream to end if it was one. Sam gently led me back into a dance, smiling once again to me. Where did you learn how to dance? Sam let out a small laugh and twirled me before returning to our waltz.
James taught me. It took forever, trust me. But I think I got it. It's not too hard.
Watch him drop us for a slight second and be like, shit! You're an amazing dancer. My words rendered him speechless. He stared down at me and blushed while trying to continue our dance.
You're so important to me, you know?
Aww. That's so cute of you to say. I feel so touched. And you are important to me, Sam.
I mean it, though. No one has ever made me feel this way. Ever. I never even thought I'd be like this,
But until you met me, I know I'm great. Sam? Soon, Sam slowly stopped us from dancing, letting us stand in the night sky like nothing else mattered. Sam stared down at me, a look of pure seriousness covering his face.
I love you so much, alright?
Okay.
You make me feel like a man.
Oh.
Not a monster. You're so friggin' important to me.
You're friggin' important to me too. My heart was beating faster than I thought possible. Sam gently lifted my chin and leaned down, laying his forehead against mine.
I want to be worthy of you.
You are. You fucking took me to space. I mean, Who else could do that? You are, Sam. I love you too. I love you too. Aww. Sam closed his eyes and smiled. I could feel my heart warm and my eyes began to water. He was everything I dream of, everything I wanted, everything I needed. And more. I loved him. Of course you do. Sam then slowly lifted my hand. Sam then slowly lifted my left hand and kissed over my ring finger. For a second, I heard him growl slightly before whispering, "What?"
Man, screw human tradition. I'm a demon.
Okay, so... Oh! Are you planning on proposing to me? Oh my gosh. Huh? I watched as Sam kissed the back of my hand, then over my wrist, I could feel my energy gently circle and vibrate at the touch of his lips. What you pulling? I watched as very subtle green marks began to draw themselves over my hand, almost like watercolor paint as chains. They circled around my wrist and continued to circle around my hand once, twice, 3 times. Ooh, fancy. At the 4th, it wrapped around the base of my ring finger. Ooh, yay, cool, wow, instant tattoo. Great. The marks began to glow gently before fading into my skin. On my ring finger, however, appeared a gold ring with emerald and diamonds. Emeralds and diamonds! Ooh! It glistened in the moonlight, glittering its brilliant shine at the many stars that surrounded us. Wow, that was pretty nifty! I would have to say. Wow. I looked up at Sam, who had a small smirk.
If you don't say yes to marrying me, I'll never forgive you.
What, you'll drop me? Sure, I'll marry you, God. I instantly began to cry, feeling my entire body warm up in joy. Sam held my hands to his chest, letting his smirk melt into a genuine smile.
But yeah, will you marry me? I want to be yours and have you as my own forever. I know I'm not on one knee or whatever, but I'm a friggin' demon, so like...
I know, I totally, yeah, screw tradition. You fucking took me up into the night sky, okay? That's like more than enough, okay? Okay, it's all good. It's all chill, just chill. Yes. I didn't let him finish. I instantly jumped up and wrapped my arms around him, kissing him deeply. He gasped against my lips before slowly wrapping his arms around me and kissing me back just as deeply. So romantic. Every ounce of his love showed itself to me in that kiss. I felt like I was in heaven, just kissing him and being in his arms. He was who I wanted to be with, and I would continue to love him and be his for the rest of our days. As we gently pulled away, I smiled, tears still gently rolling down my cheeks. Yes, Sam, I will marry you. Sam smiled wildly before hugging me close. His embrace was tight, and I could feel him almost shudder in pure joy. He was as happy as I was.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. And that was my happily ever after. Officially. And we're done. And we're done. That was cute. Apparently this isn't counted as a DLC story, but I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know why it's not counted as a DLC. Supposedly it's supposed to be an entirely separate story. But, I don't know, whatever. We finished it. Hey! And now the only thing left on my list in regards to the actual franchise is to play the demo, the second game's demo. And I will let you guys, in on that too. So, yeah. We will come back to this one last time for that demo. Hello everyone and welcome to the Seduce Me to the Demon War demo portion of this episode. Well, hoo-hoo, you didn't see that coming, nah. Joking. This is the video for the last after story game that I played. Sam's after story. It was really short, so like I decided to just compile me doing the demo and me doing the after story into one episode so that it doesn't I don't have to you don't get these short episodes. You get everything in one and the best of both worlds. Anyways, we are back here again, except we are in the Seduce Me to the Demon War demo, and basically it picks up right after that little epilogue we got at the end of the first game. One of the epilogues where our heroine Hannah was at her grandfather's grave and she was visiting him before going off to get married, and she was all in her wedding dress and shit, and then some strange shit happens and then she gets pulled into the abyssal plains, and the last thing we heard was Diana just asking, what the fuck you doing here? So this is where it basically picks up, or at least that's what the description of the game says in the the Kickstarter. As you can see on the top, it's in Kickstarter right now. I think they're still trying to get the funds for the games. I don't know. It's just can't. I didn't check up on it the last time I actually got this game, and yeah, basically. And I think the premise of the game was that Hannah was dropped, or our heroine was dropped into the abyssal plane in the middle of the demon war, hence the title. It's like a civil war between, I think it was the guy's dad, the demon lord, and like Diana, who is like a rebellion, who's the leader of like a rebellion faction, who's like trying to overthrow the demon lord. You know, this whole coup d'etat kind of thing going on. Yeah, so basically that is like the whole situation that we dropped ourselves into, and apparently like we meet new characters, and the guy and one of the guys, like whoever we chose, they're also participating in this demon war, and that is like that's our problem right now. So without further ado, we shall do this thing. I don't even know, there's no start, there's a tutorial.
Must I do this?
So far coming in, everything looks like pretty spanking nifty right now. Art-wise, looks a bit improved. Looks improved, actually. I really like that. Yeah.
Come on! You have to be the one to set the example! You're the goddess of the rebellion, the matriarch of the new demon world, the savior of demon kind!
Oh, so it's Kay that's talking. Kay, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you on screen? What's going on?
And that is why I must give a tutorial? It should be simple enough to understand. It's an interactive story with minimal controls.
That is true. Like, there's no need for a tutorial.
You gotta let people know how to read your story correctly so they can play the visual novel without accidentally screwing up. It's so important that they know all the things that they can do.
Okay, but the only controls I got is a right click and an enter button, bitch.
My lady, it would help in our cause if the players knew what to do.
Still.
Very well.
Cool.
The basic controls come from your computer keyboard or mouse. There are multiple ways to go through the story using one or the other, or even both if you desire as much.
I figured.
If you use your mouse to left-click the screen, or press the Enter or Space keys, you will proceed forward in the story.
Oh.
It is important that you pay attention
yeah.
to what is being said, because you may be forced to remember something in the future.
My bad. I thought that was like, she mentioned left click. I'm like, no, that wasn't like right click supposed to be like the menu thing that like you save shit? Okay. But I was like, no, she mentioned left click. But yeah, I usually press the enter button, okay? I like the
However,
enter
if
button.
you've seen narration or dialogue before, you may hold down the control key to skip forward.
Ooh.
If you don't care to hold down a button, you can press the tab key to toggle the skip function. Doing so will fast forward you through the section until you press the tab key again or reach an unread section of the story, where the function shuts off automatically.
Now that I didn't know. I usually just like click on the skip button, skip thing down here anyways. It's like easier. It's like visually easier.
If you can't be bothered with the keyboard, there's also a skip button you can click on near the dialog box, alongside buttons where you can save or load your progress, set the story on auto mode, go to the options menu, or simply go back to the main menu.
Yes, I know.
If you proceed far enough, you may be faced with a story-changing choice. Remember, every choice you make affects this war, and war is unforgiving.
Yeah, I know. I got this.
Now, you may decide your choices with the mouse by hovering over your answer with your mouse pointer and left-clicking it, or you may select your choice by using the arrow keys and confirming your choice by pressing the enter key. Use this wisely. You will not be able to change your answer later.
I use the mouse and I click. I don't use
If
no
you have
enter
a scroll
keys.
wheel on your mouse, you can roll past sections you have already read by rolling the wheel backwards until you reach new unread text. You may also roll back up to 10 sections in case you miss something by rolling forward. But be warned, your choices cannot be altered.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Isn't that a bit unfair, my lady?
No.
As I said, war is unforgiving. We can't fix our mistakes by going back in time. We can only remember the choices we made and what the consequences were.
As you say.
Well, if the player saves right before they make a choice, they can just reload their save and make another choice.
That is true. Beating the system.
Did you say something?
No.
No, nothing at all.
Obviously, I am God in this world. I can erase choices and make new ones.
If for some reason you wish to capture a moment on screen without the text box showing, you can press the H key, then press the S key to take a screenshot, which will be
Ooh.
saved in the game folder. Don't worry though. You can continue the story and show the text box again by repressing the H key.
Oh, cool.
The right-click function on your mouse and the escape key both bring you to the save menu. Use this wisely. You will be asked if it is okay to overwrite a save if you choose to save over old progress.
Yeah, which I usually do.
I believe that is everything of significance. Is there anything that I have missed?
Cool.
Do you wish to tell them about the war meter? The romance meter?
No, you got meters in this game? Shit,
That can be saved for another time. Those balances will not matter here.
Okay.
As you say.
God damn it.
I think that should be everything. Awesome!
Oh my god, if there are meters in this game, then I have... I'm gonna be so horrible.
May we leave now? We do have a war to fight, and I need to lead my armies to victory.
Okay, cool.
Go, go, go! Win your war! Score the goal! Win the points!
Yeah.
War doesn't work like that.
Come, we're leaving.
Okay, leave.
Yes, my lady.
Go, go.
Hopefully, this war doesn't end tragically. Then again, I guess that's up to you, right?
I guess so. Huh. Anyways, that's tutorial. Whoops. Oh well, whatever. Ah, god, meters. God damn, I'm gonna suck so bad. So, I'm an idiot. God damn it. Okay, so I never realized that these were interactive, and oh my god, so that means that I get to do each of the guys route. Holy shit, how long is this demo gonna be then? Okay, well, anyways, since that is the given option, I mean, I really like this. It's just that, wow, okay, whatever. Let's start on this, just go around in circles. So let's start with Eric's, I guess. Click that shit. Click it. Click it. Why aren't you going? Oh, shit. There we go. It's a little bit buggy, but it's okay. It's a demo. So let's get started officially. So apparently this is Eric's, within Eric's route of some sort. So yeah, let's go. Let's do this. A sweet lullaby when you would hear as you were rocked in your mother's arms as a child. I could not help but adore such melodies with every ounce of my being, smiling whenever one would play for me. It was only fitting that I would enjoy my dreams with the sound of one playing in my head. My slumber was calm and peaceful as a sweet tune echoed in the abyss of my subconscious. I don't know why, but I relished that tune that night. Yes, it's a little creepy though. I don't like this. Strange, really, how a melody could calm any storm running through your heart. My storm was my engagement to Erik, my demon soulmate. You think that, girl. You go ahead, you think that. Yeah, he was my soulmate, my prince. At the same time, he was indeed a demon. I adored him with every ounce of my being, and I was about to be married to him in the weeks ahead. I couldn't have been more nervous and excited about the whole ordeal. But no, you just had to get yourself dragged to the abyssal plains, and in the middle of a civil war. Still the lullaby that floated in my dreams kept me calm and at peace. I wondered if the same music could soothe an actual child. Maybe. A child's laughter broke me from my peace, causing me to slowly open my eyes and awaken from my slumber. What the Ooh. My eyes focused on the ceiling as I tried to figure out what the sound was. Was it part of my dream? It was effective enough to wake me up. Ugh. I rose from the bed, looking around the room in confusion. Why had I heard a child's laugh, and how did it wake me up? Children laughing. Mysterious children voices are never a good thing. It was strange to say the very least a child's voice. However, before I could contemplate about it further, a slight dip in the bed to my side made me gasp softly in surprise. I looked to my side to see Erik still sound asleep beside me. He looked so peaceful and happy, like he was absorbed in joyful dreams of his own. In joyful dream of his own. I couldn't help but smile at the sight before leaning down and kissing his forehead. So okay, we didn't get sucked down into the invisible plane yet? Wait, I don't get it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe this is like a prologue to the epilogue that was in the first game. I don't know. He shifted slightly, mumbling my name. What is your name? We're gonna use Hannah because because she was from the first game, so it makes sense that we're gonna use it again. Hold on. Yeah. Ugh. This freaking, I don't even know. I didn't even enter the name. It didn't work for some reason. Whatever. I'll just be Mika. I'll just be blank if that is the case. I ain't got time to fucking waste right now. I giggled softly. He was just too adorable for words. I truly loved him with all of my heart. I love you. Wow, that's strange. I still, despite wanting to stay in bed a little longer with the man of my dreams, the child's laughter ushered me to slowly creep out of bed and leave the room to find where it had come from. God, this is a horrible idea. I don't think this is a good idea. Turning on the lights in the lobby, I looked around the main part of the mansion to find out where the laughter had come from. Oh my goodness gracious. See, I told you our house is haunted. I heard the laughter trail off as if the voice itself was moving and guiding me to where it wanted me to go. I maintained pursuit, not wanting to lose track of it. Any normal person would have been creeped out. I, however, was brave enough to figure out what was going on by myself. Okay, call that bravery, but in my case, I call it smart to just fucking ignore that shit. Like, hell, I'm gonna be caught up in some supernatural paranormal activity. I was led to my grandfather's office. It was his place of work as well as his sanctuary for his magic study. I knew that he studied magic and had come to accept it during my time with Erik and his brothers. Still, it was something I was curious about. The lights were on, but the laughter seemed to have faded away as I entered the room. Was I not in the right place? Well, the lights are on, so I don't know. As I stepped further into the room, I felt a sense of nostalgia. Despite only ever finding the room after my grandfather's passing, something about this place made me feel warm and happy, like I belonged here. This was where my grandfather imagined his greatest toys and made them come to life. It was here where he studied endlessly about the demon world and demon magic. I felt like I was stepping into a museum of history and hauntingness. Thinking about it, I began to wonder what my grandfather would think if he knew that I was going to marry one of the incubi he had brought into the human world. I knew he had been the one to do it. He even confessed to me when Erik proposed. Really? Really? Oh, really? It was a bit interesting to think about how he would have reacted. Would he be proud? Would he be disappointed? I could never know. Well, he brought them here in the first place. Like, what do you want me to do? I was broken out of my thoughts, however, as I heard the click of a lock unlatching echo through the room. Okay. I turned my head toward the sound, pinning the origin of it on one of the nearby drawers. Oh, so did we actually, did she find the book in the last game or not? Is that the premise right here, right now? Why did it unlock on its own? Why did it unlock on its own? I was a little nervous as to why it had done that. Because it's haunted. Open it, leave it alone. Fucking open it. Oh, open it. For some reason, my mouse controls aren't working. I was indeed my grandfather's daughter. I felt my curiosity take control of my body and guide me to the drawer. Sliding it open, I saw 2 books neatly placed in the drawer. However, with a thin layer of dust, one was obviously my grandfather's magic book, and the other must have been his journal. Oh, okay, so maybe she is aware of it. Then she has looked in it before. I lifted both up and examined them, gingerly wiping the dust off of them. I wanted to read a bit more about each of them, but I wasn't sure which one to open first. The magic book or grandfather's journal? I thought she already opened the first book. Can I save? Oh, maybe I should have saved. Maybe this would be a completely a separate episode afterwards. So you get the Erik's route first for this demo, and then the rest is just on another video. Whatever. Anyways, that's future talk. Right now, I don't know which choice to make. Let's go with grandfather's journal. Can I honestly load? Wait, hold on. Just a second. Okay, so there was a bug in which I alt-tabbed out, and now finally I got everything working, so I had to kind of replay the beginning bits of the part, and I entered the name because it wasn't working. And then now my click options are working. So I decided to look through grandfather's journal. Maybe he had something he wanted to show me. I wasn't entirely sure why I was doing this in the first place. Well, why did you get out of bed then? God. I opened his journal and scanned my eyes across each page I flipped through. He had so many notes, it was hard to fathom him knowing so much about everything he wrote. He was smart though, so it wasn't entirely surprising. One section, however, made me stop and read in depth. Demon children! Ooh! On the page was a badly drawn sketch of a humanoid creature I had to assume was demon from the size. It could have been a child, however, I wasn't entirely sure. Are you alluding to something, game? Huh? Are we pregnant? Or something? Or some shit? I don't know. Apparently there are multiple demon races, not just incubi and succubi. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of different demon types, and each had their own methods on how they bred to produce children. Interesting. Demons of Lilith were the most human-like in terms of pregnancy. They bear the child for a set amount of time, and the delivery, paired with magic, was seamless and painless. However, as soon as a demon is born, the parents imbue their child's demon name into their souls. Okay. It seemed so confusing at first glance, but as I read further, I became more and more intrigued about demons and their children. Demon mothers, regardless of race, had to bear enough energy for both the mother and the child. This, along with a host of other reasons, were why females were the dominant gender in the abyssal planes. I think I heard of that before. Maybe. I don't even know. However, if a demon bearing a child didn't have enough energy, her child would absorb the last of it and kill off the mother in an attempt to sustain itself. What? Okay, this is wow. This is entirely Twilight vampire pregnancy right here with what the hell Bella went through. Whatever the fuck her name was. She was like getting the life sucked out of her because she had a vampire child in her belly. I swallowed thickly. Was energy that important to demons? How could a child even do that to their mother? They'd die off too. That is true. Yeah, that is true. I don't even know. One thing was explicitly mentioned, however, unlike the humans, demons form souls in the womb, making them living beings while still forming in their mother's body. They become sentient as soon as they are conceived. What? I'm a little confused now. It was strange to think about demon babies were aware that they were alive before they were born. It was intriguing. Whoa. What? Okay, that's a little creepy though. This is so creepy. I don't like this. The child's laughter reappeared, softly floating through the air and making me turn toward the door. I quickly followed it, leaving the room and returning to the lobby. Is anyone there? Oh my god, it's so stupid. This is why I don't do horror movies, okay? Like I wouldn't follow along with the tropes. If I hear a child laughter, I fucking ignore that shit, okay? Mama didn't raise no fool. As I turned to the stairs, I could hardly believe my eyes. A floating orb barely the size of my head was floating down the stairs and toward the back doors. I gripped the railing and stared, not believing what I was seeing. Was this really happening? See, it's a ghost ball. What was it even? A ghost, a spirit, some illusion meant to trick me? I couldn't wrap my head around it. Still, it practically called for me to tail behind it. My goodness. I continued to follow it. It seemed to want me to anyway. Was this a game? Fucking god. It led me to the backyard where it simply floated in the air near the gazebo. I stayed by the doorway, unsure of actually stepping out of the house to meet with it. It didn't move, so I could only assume it accepted my hesitation. Hello? God damn.
Hi.
Hi. The orb gently spun around itself in a circle, almost like a happy child. For some reason, it made me feel really happy seeing it, despite it being a simple floating orb. It seemed friendly enough, so I stepped out into the backyard and slowly made my way towards it. It gently bobbed up and down as if it was waiting for me to approach. I stopped a couple of feet away from it, not wanting to get too close in case it was a trick. Hi there. Hey there, little fella. God.
Hi. What's your name?
I'm Hannah. Oh, my name? Oh, it's Hannah.
Wow. That's a pretty name.
Thanks. The fuck are you, though? Thank you. Hey, who are you? Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I'm no one. I don't have a name.
Okay. You don't have a name?
No, I wasn't able to get one. But that's okay. I'll get one soon.
Okay. The orb, whatever it was, had to be the spirit of some child. Human, I didn't know. I wasn't sure. All I knew was how sweet and innocent it sounded. The child's voice was pulling at my heartstring in all the right ways. Not me. I'm a little sketched out, like, right now. The orb twirled around again with a small laugh.
Let's play together.
Girl, it's like 4 a.m. I mean, what would we play? I almost couldn't believe the words coming out of my mouth. Was I really okay with playing games with a spirit? I mean, it was friendly, yes, but it was a spirit. Yes, it was. What I was doing out in the middle of the night with it was another question I let go of and fade away in my head as I stared at the orb. And my heart felt fuzzy and warm enough to ignore the doubt niggling at my brain. Okay. The orb dipped and spun around my body, making me giggle and try to follow it. As it circled back to where it used to be, it almost bounced in the air happily.
Come on, let's dance.
Okay. dance. I began to dance around the orb as it moved gracefully around my form. In my head, a song began to play as I had fun weaving and swaying with the orb. I felt light and happy even though a part of my mind was questioning what I was doing. Yeah. Why was I doing this? Why was I so accepting of the spirit? My body was moving on its own but I was enjoying every minute of it. Obviously, this is probably her child that she doesn't even know about. The orb followed along, matching each sway with one of its own. Soft laughter echoed from it once in a while after every couple of steps I took. It seemed to enjoy my company, which in turn somehow made me happy.
Princess?
Oh. Hey. Oh, hey, the art changed for him too, which is nice because improvements. The orb gasped and hid behind me as I stopped dancing. I turned quickly to see Erik standing by the doorframe with a confused but tired look on his face. Erik, hi.
What are you doing out here, love?
Dancing with spirits because I can. I blushed, rubbing my hands together behind my back from embarrassment. I must have looked like a fool dancing in the yard in the middle of the night. I turned my head to look at the orb, but gasped in surprise when I realized that it had disappeared. I figured that would happen. God. Now I look like a fucking lunatic. What? Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm seeing shit. I was beyond lost and confused. What was happening? What had just happened? I don't even know. I turned back to Erik to see him walking towards me. I crossed my arms, realizing how cold the night air was, and smiled meekly at Erik. I just wanted to get some fresh air, that's all. Why don't you just tell him what the fuck happened, God?
While dancing by yourself?
Exactly, bitch. You're not gonna come clean out of this, so you might as well tell the truth. I stared at Erik, not sure of what he meant. If he was watching, he would have seen the spirit dancing with me. Tell him, forget about it. I'm gonna tell this bitch. I'm gonna tell him, be like, yo, I'm tripping. You didn't see the orb that was dancing with me?
Huh? Orb?
Yes, orb. Erik raised an eyebrow, obviously not understanding what I meant. Did he really not see it? It's true, there was a spirit here that looked like an orb, and I was dancing with it, not by myself. I knew I wasn't making sense. He didn't seem to believe me. Still, I didn't want to lie to him. He was going to be my husband soon, so we had to trust each other. Exactly. If my reason sounded stupid, fine, but at least it was the truth. Erik finally smiled and reached towards me before petting my head.
Did you have fun then?
Yes, sure. Wait, he really did believe me? I wasn't entirely sure if he did, but from the look he gave me, he was willing to accept my answer either way. Erik gently reached out and took one of my hands, placing his other hand on my waist. I looked up at him to see his lips curve into a small, playful smirk. You don't believe me, do you?
Would you mind if I dance with you then, princess?
But it's 4 a.m. I want to go back to sleep. My face turned red at his question, but I smiled and nodded. I liked dancing with him. I tightened my hand over Erik's, straightening up and leaning against his chest, ready to dance. Erik chuckled softly before leading me into a slow but elegant waltz around the backyard. I felt like I needed to thank the spirit later for giving me yet another wonderful memory with Erik. Sigh. He led me around the backyard as if we were at a real ball. The moon served as a brilliant crystal chandelier, and the wind became our music. Eventually, however, we had to go back inside. The night was cold and it was very late. I didn't want the night to end, though. Watching Erik as we walked up the stairs to the bedroom, my heart began to flutter even more, and a soft heat began to burn my core. Oh, you're kidding? Really? Really, girl? God, he was not only charming, but he was handsome and definitely knew what buttons to press to make me feel amazing. It didn't matter that he was an incubus. I really had fallen in love with him and was both romantically and sexually attracted to him. Though, did I really want to pursue my desires right now? We did just stop dancing. Are you gonna make me choose? Fuck. I knew it. Well, you know what? I'm gonna ride or die. I'm gonna go big or go home. Though I technically am home, but whatever, go for it. The burning in my core wasn't just going to go away. As Erik and I approached our room, I quickly pulled his arm and turned him around to face me.
What?
Take me! Before he could finish his sentence, I jumped up and wrapped my arms and legs around him, kissing him deeply. Instinctively, he circled his arms around me to support me, but he stared in shock at my eagerness. Ah, shit, I know. Girl, you're so thirsty? Like, seriously, you were just dancing with this man? You just, like, oh, I'm so turned on now. God. Within seconds, he melted into the kiss and panted against my lips, making me moan in reply at the sound. He tightened his grip around me as he walked backward towards the bed. When his legs hit the side of the mattress, he sat down and allowed his hands to roam my back. Are we seriously gonna do this? Really? I pulled away from the kiss ever so slowly, enjoying every moment that I was still connected to his lips before letting out a small sigh. I was pretty sure I had made myself clear, but I gave him a soft-spoken demand. I don't want to go to bed yet. But we already in bed, bitch. Erik stared up at me before licking his lips and slowly running his hand under my shirt and up my back. Tingles shot up my spine as his fingers ran over my bare skin. A shuddering moan escaped my lips. God.
As my princess commands.
Ooh, we're gonna do it. I felt Erik gently lift my shirt up, and I lifted my arms for him to fully remove it from my body before he tossed it to the side. The cool air hitting my skin made me shudder as Erik pulled me back in for another heated kiss. My goodness. Gosh. Damn, his hands were memorizing my body. He knew what spots to caress, making me buck my hips against his and tighten my hold on him. When I felt his smirk against my mouth, I softly bit onto his lower lip, telling him silently not to play with me. Did the writing for this just suddenly get really more erotic or something from the last game? I don't know. I felt the warm sensation of his enthrallment invade my body, causing me to cuddle closer against his chest and softly grind my hips against his in need. His enthrallment was part of our foreplay, adding 10 times more pleasure to our sex. I bet, yeah, sex has to be amazing, or else. I knew that he poured every ounce of his love for me into our lovemaking. Every time we had sex, was just another confession of true love between us. It wasn't just to feed hunger and desire. It became one of many ways we showed our love for each other. Damn, that must be really tiring then. Gosh. It was only a benefit that he was an incubus, a natural master of sex. That is true. Every touch made me tremble, and every kiss on my skin made me swoon and melt in his arms. He knew how to make me moan, how to make me crave him, how to make me shiver with ecstasy. I had been surprised to learn I was his first and his only with how talented he was. Yeah, apparently he's so good that you just need to dance with him and then suddenly you're horny as hell. Soon it wasn't just my shirt that was removed from my body. Every article of clothing he and I wore ended up scattered throughout the room, unnoticed and uncared for. The only thing we cared about was each other and the pleasure we gave each other on our bed. We made sweet and passionate love, rocking to the rhythms of our hearts and our desire for each other. Every moan I made, he matched it in kind. Every breath I took, Erik found a way to make it heavier and hotter. And bothered. Sorry. My nails and fingers dug into his shoulders and back in pure ecstasy as he continued to drive into me over and over with his passion and love, pulling me higher and higher towards my limit. I could only tighten my legs around him, pulling him to more heated kisses, moan against his lips in desire. Wow, we're actually going through this in slightly more detail than last time. When we both apexed, it was a blissful and fiery ride towards a peaceful and loving wave washing over both of our bodies. Lost in my pleasure, I could only cuddle into Erik's arms as he wrapped them around me and pulled me against his chest. His feather-like kisses peppered over my forehead, making me smile.
Good night, my princess. I love you.
I love you too. I love you too, Erik. Sex was good. I could only close my eyes and relish the warmth Erik gave me as I let my mind escape into dreamland. To my surprise, the child didn't return. I was a bit saddened, but I didn't let my thought linger on it any longer. I had a peaceful dream with Erik wrapped around me all through the remainder of the night. As the morning came, however, the other incubi essentially kidnapped their brother. Despite my minor protests, knowing that we had work to do on the wedding, the brothers were relentless. Okay, so this happened before when she was actually ready to go to get to the wedding, the events before she went to visit the graveyard. Yeah. Okay.
We're just stealing him for a bit. We'll return him later.
That's nice. But we have to I got a wedding to plan, bitch.
Everything will be alright. You can finish working on your dress while we keep him out of the house.
What are you fine. I mean, yeah, but
You could survive a day without your love slave. You're marrying him after all. It's not like he'll be gone forever.
Sam he has a point. Sam has a point. That is true. You can survive a day without him, Hannah. Jesus Christ. You need to fucking fix your thirst. Drink some water. Go to church.
Everything will be all right, princess. I promise. As soon as we're done with whatever they want to do, then I'll come straight home.
Okay. Okay, I love you. Yeah, have a nice time. Is it a bachelor party? I don't even know. Maybe they're taking him off to a bachelor party. Maybe. Maybe. I could barely make out him saying I love you too as he was dragged away by his brothers. As the front door closed, I could hear Erik being thrown over someone's shoulder, probably Sam's. I sighed before looking around the mansion. Since I was indeed alone, I had the chance to try and find that spirit again. Why had it run away the first time? I quickly rushed into the backyard looking for it. It was much brighter, yes, but perhaps the spirit was still there? No. I don't think so. Despite not being able to find it, I scoured the entire mansion in hopes of meeting the orb again. It almost became a game of hide and seek, only I didn't know if the orb was hiding or was gone. It's probably gone. After a straight hour of looking around, I gave up. The orb was nowhere to be found, and I was certain I wouldn't meet it again. I could only let out a sigh at the thought, but I shook my head to forget about it at last. It had given me a moment with my love, so I was grateful. Cool. Unknowingly plays wingman and helps her get laid again. I went back into my room and flopped onto my bed, not really sure what to do. I could have organized what I was going to wear with my dress, but I really didn't want to pull my dress out of the garment bag it was in. Staring at the ceiling, I felt my eyelids slowly getting heavy, and soon I was letting my sudden drowsiness take hold of me. What was happening? I don't know. Why did I feel like sleeping? It was close to noon, or was it past noon? I somehow couldn't remember anymore. Or maybe if you didn't stay up so late last night, just going on, then you would have gotten enough sleep. Jesus. I allowed myself to fall asleep, blaming the search and the wedding stress that lingered in my mind for tiring me out. My body floated in darkness, met once again by a soft and peaceful lullaby. This night was perfect, and I definitely deserved it. My body felt comfortable, and my thoughts were lulled into a quiet hum that accompanied the lullaby in the air. Okay, the only thing that would have made it better was Erik. What happened to being an independent woman? God damn. As if my dream wanted to please me, an image of Erik appeared in my mind. He smiled his heart-pulling smirk at me, and I felt myself become warm and fuzzy just from his gaze. As he floated over to me, I became entranced in his eyes. My voice wouldn't come out despite wanting to say his name, but I wrapped my arms around his neck and pulled him close to me. He leaned into my embrace, ghosting his lips over mine teasingly. Was Dream Erik trying to seduce me in my own dreams? Maybe. I pressed forward, wanting to kiss him. We both didn't make a sound, but let our kiss relay our love for each other between our lips. My heart pounded in my chest as he wrapped his arms around my waist and pulled me even closer to him. God, I would make a horrible girlfriend. Like I wouldn't even have a mind. Like, at this point, if I was Hannah, I'd be like, hey, well, he's off doing his own thing. I guess I'll do my own thing. It was strange. He felt so real in my arms. I combed my fingers through his hair, feeling the pink copper strands on top of his head. Yet this was a dream. I knew it was a dream. Is it now? Or is it Inception? Inception! His arms gently ran along my back and waist, not daring to go below it, but making wonderful shivers run up my spine with each stroke. I really liked this dream and tightened my hold on Erik, letting him know that I enjoyed his touch. Erik eventually pulled away from the kiss and smiled down at me, running a hand over my hair and caressing my cheek. I stared up at him lovingly, feeling a soft salt in my lips from the kiss we had shared. What I didn't expect was him slowly leaning down and planting a soft kiss over my chest, just over where my heart was. I stared, unsure of why he did such a thing. It's because it's a metaphor. It's foreshadowing. As my heart began to feel warm and lighter, I let a silent sigh out of my throat, feeling the pleasure of its sensation. Holy shit. Erik slowly backed away and disappeared, but I continued to feel the warmth over my heart sweetly emanate through my veins like a slow adrenaline rush. What was happening to me? Tingles ran across my nerve in my body, making me shiver in delight. Whatever this was, I liked it. I like it. Soon, the warmth lulled me into a peaceful hum, and I curled into myself, wrapping my arms around my body from the comfort it brought. I felt at peace while my body felt like it was embracing the warmth enveloping it. It was strange, but I accepted the restful feeling. Man, I must be so hella tired. Oh. Why are you here? What? Gah! From the darkness, dark laughter invaded the air, breaking the lullaby and making a sudden cold feeling wash over my skin. Before I could react, however, a large and deep pain invaded my chest, almost like a sword stabbing all the way through my body. Ouch. I could not see anything of the sort as I looked down at my chest, but my hands tightened over where the pain had erupted from. What was happening? I'm getting killed in my dreams, maybe. I coughed, feeling blood splash out of my mouth and drip down my lips. I gasped for air, disgusted at the coppery taste in my mouth, but I was unable to break out of the illusion. I needed to wake up. What the hell is happening? Why am I getting killed in my dreams? This is so unfair. The stabbing pain ripped through my insides as if the invisible blade in my chest unsheathed itself on my torso, and I felt a second stab through my stomach, more blood gushing from my mouth. Oh, the game did mention that there was gonna be bad endings for this game, but I don't know what kind of bad endings it meant. Like, I assume it's would it be kind of like with bad endings, like with Nameless, or like bad endings in which like either the guy dies or like we die or somebody dies? I don't even know. Kind of like similar, like the first endings you could get in the first game where we get killed by Malik or Diana. I don't know. Someone help me! I'm getting stabbed to death. I felt my body slowly start to shut down. Was I dying in my own dream? Why couldn't I wake up? Cold waves ran through my nerves, numbing my body as if I was indeed slowly dying. As blood dripped from my chin, I felt lightened in the darkness. Well, this is such a fucking pathetic way to go. This isn't even fair. You didn't even fight me fairly. God. But an almost violent shake broke me from my dream, forcing me to physically open my eyes.
Princess!
Ow. Erik, hello. I gasped for air, no longer able to taste blood or feel pain. I was back in my room, staring at Erik's concerned face as he held my shoulders. I shuddered from the experience, unable to forget the feeling of being stabbed in my own dream. God. Erik, however, had saved me.
Love, what happened? You were thrashing around and...
I was getting stabbed in my own dreams. It was fucking ridiculous. I didn't let him finish. I grabbed Erik's body and slammed myself into his chest, happy to no longer be trapped in the dream and thankful that he woke me from it. Erik wrapped his arms around me and gently rubbed my back, soothing me as I began to cry into his shoulder.
Did you have a nightmare?
Yes, I got killed. I died. It was terrible. I was being attacked by something in the darkness. I couldn't do anything about it.
Shh. It's okay now. You were safe. I'm right here.
Thanks, but, you know, where were you? Where were you when I was getting stabbed, though? No, I'm joking. Kidding. I would have 1v1'd him if he had given me a sword, too, but he was a little bitch, and he ended up stabbing me, taking cheap shots. He doesn't stand a chance. I could only nod as Erik rocked me back and forth, comforting me. It may have been a dream, but I was still mortified by it. It seemed almost too real to be just a dream. I didn't want to think about it anymore. I didn't want to remember the dream, especially how horrible it was. I was supposed to be getting mentally ready for my wedding, not having nightmares about dying. Erik kissed over my head and face, trying to soothe my sadness. He wiped away my tears and continued to hold me close until I was calm and relaxed. I tried to reassure myself that it was a dream. It was just a stupid dream. But then it might be true. It might come true. In one of the endings we might get. Maybe. I'm only assuming here. Just a nightmare. Or is it? Erik gently pulled away, not releasing me from his arms, and looked down at me with a soft frown.
I'm sorry that I left. I should have been here, making sure that you had good dreams.
Nah, it's fine. I could have handled it by myself, you know, like I said. Like, if he 1v1 me fairly, I would have won. I shook my head. Erik needed to spend time with his brothers. It was important enough to him that he let himself be dragged away by them. No, it's alright. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Whatever.
Are you sure, Princess?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm sure. I had to shake this off. I didn't know what was going on, but now Erik was here and could be with me in case anything else happened. Okay. After I had finally calmed down, Erik told me about what the boys had done. They took Erik to a cafe deep in downtown Chicago, just wanting to have a brother-to-brother talk with him. I was happy he got to spend time with them, but Erik had practically rushed home to return to me. Aww. The dream did not appear again that night. Erik used his power to enter my dreams and kept me safe from anything that tried to hurt me, and thankfully nothing did. However, there was a strange feeling in my gut that didn't sit right with me. For some reason, Erik's comfort didn't make me feel okay. It was as if I didn't want him to be in my dreams. What? Why? Like 10 seconds ago, you were just fucking dreaming about him and you were like totally loving it. My heart knew this was a problem, but I was unsure of how to respond to this new feeling. Slowly, as the days passed by and our wedding approached, the feeling became more aggressive. Soon, I was becoming irritated more easily. Oh, maybe the sword had some magical power or some shit. Like if you get stabbed by it, you're gonna slowly, like, I don't know, some darkness of some sort will spread and be like, oh, make her evil thoughts or some shit. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm like coming up with ridiculous theories now. I became angry at the smallest things, the steps he took, the things he'd wear, the looks he gave me, or what I assumed he gave me. Uh-oh. It has to be the sword. I'm pretty sure it must be the sword. Maybe. I don't even know. No, Eric, I don't want to do anything right now.
Love, I didn't say any.
What? You're looking at me with those sex eyes again. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ, girl, what is wrong with you?
Sex eyes? I swear, I wasn't doing anything of the sort.
You're doing it now. No, my God, you're being hateful now. You're being so hateful. I couldn't control the words that were flying out of my mouth. Something was wrong, but I continued to speak cruelly towards Erik. My heart was at odds with my mind, and I didn't know why I was doing it, but I continued my barrage.
Love, what is going on?
I have no idea. What's going on? You are what?
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Look what you've done. Oh, I felt Erik's enthrallment take over my body, forcing me to go weak in the knees and meal out in surprise. My mind stopped thinking about attacking Erik, and my heart felt entirely relieved that the urge was gone. Oh, Erik gently wrapped his arms around me, being sure to keep his arms around my shoulders, and rocked with me, trying to calm me down.
Love, are you having doubts?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, what? No, I'm not. I don't know what I...
You swear you're not having doubts about us?
I don't even know, okay? This, like, I don't know what's going on. I promise. I was able to speak the truth under his spell. It was strange. It was like I was under a curse when I wasn't under his enthrallment, something despising every little thing Erik did. Yet I knew it wasn't true. I loved everything about him, but my mind wouldn't agree. I gripped Erik's shirt, wanting to stay close and show my true feelings for him.
Listen to me, okay? I love you so much. If you have any doubts on us getting married, then please just tell me. I don't know what's going on in your beautiful head.
Yeah. I love you too. I really, really do. I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know. Stress? Maybe it's stress. It made no sense. Why did I despise Erik yet love him? My mind, heart, and body were at odds with each other, and I wasn't sure what to do. Goodness. This went on all the way until our wedding day. Somehow Erik managed to deal with me the entire time, enthralling me when things became rough to keep me calm. The other incubi tried to decipher what was going on with me, but none of them could figure it out. I was going to marry Erik, and then I was going to figure out what was wrong with me. I knew I still loved him with every inch of my heart, mind, body, and soul, so feeling disdain like this was not natural for me. Yeah. I had asked Erik to place me under enthrallment for our wedding in case I lashed out again. He reluctantly agreed and stayed with me the morning of our wedding day. I was supposed to dress alone and be by myself, but I needed Erik to keep me in check. Shit, girl, what is wrong with you? I felt ridiculously warm and fuzzy as I stood in the bathroom, having come out of a hot shower with Erik. We didn't do anything together, but he remained close enough to keep me enthralled and remained energized enough to maintain the enthrallment. Erik gently ran my brush through the strands of my hair, being as sweet and caring as he always was towards me. Because of the enthrallment, I felt each stroke and derived so much pleasure from his brushing, it was hard not to moan.
Well, love, today's the big day.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous only because of the fact that I have some pretty serious mood swings right now. I mean, if it's like this like post-pregnancy mood swings and hormonal shit, then damn, that's like some pretty intense shit. Yeah, I'm so happy.
I truly hope so. I'm the happiest man alive to be able to soon call you my wife.
No. I want to be your wife. I want you to be my husband. I felt like crying. Why did I have to be enthralled to say such things? I really loved him, but somehow I couldn't bring myself to say it without him casting his spell over me. Yeah, that sucks. Erik looked at me through the bathroom mirror and gently smiled, believing me and placing a small kiss on my cheek.
By the way, are you using a new soap?
Maybe. I don't know. You should know. Huh? I looked at Erik, unsure of what he meant. I had used the same soap I had always used, so my scent shouldn't have been different. Exactly. Yeah, you should have known, man. You showered with me. God. Erik tilted his head and gently inhaled again before smiling a little wider.
You smell different. I kind of like it.
Okay, well, I guess that's good. I blushed not because of the enthrallment, but because I didn't know I had a different smell. Was something that off about me? It couldn't have been that drastic, right? Well, drastic enough for him to notice. Erik finished brushing my hair and smiled, kissing my head.
All right. Time for you to get into your dress. I'm afraid that I can't join in dressing you as much as I want to. Can't see the bride in her gown before the wedding. I also have to get to the ceremony venue to get my tuxedo. However, my enthrallment should stay on you until you arrive.
Okay, cool then. I tried to fight back, but Erik held up his finger.
No. I promise that everything will be okay.
Okay.
As soon as I see you, I'll enthrall you again, and we can go through the ceremony as planned. Okay?
Okay. As much as I wanted to fight it, I was thankful that Erik was willing to go through all this to make sure that I wouldn't throw a fit, despite me not wanting to go in the first place. I agreed and earned a small kiss from him, which I relished.
All right. I love you. I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye. I nodded, smiling back at him before he slipped on his regular clothes and left the mansion. I felt the enthrallment of me ebb and flow through my body, so I needed to hurry and get ready before it wore off. Before she completely loses it and turns into a complete bitch. I got dressed in the wedding dress of my dreams and smiled as I prepared my hair and jewelry. I really did look like the perfect bride, ready for her big day. Why was I acting out against it? I would never know, but I was going to fix this after saying I do. As I stared at myself, I could see a small glow about my body. Was it Erik's spell? I giggled, wrapping my arms around myself and enjoying the feel his spell had on me.
I knew it. I knew it. That girl has demon magic.
Oh, this is weird. Huh. What the? Are we getting dragged into the abyssal plains right here, right now, instead of at grandfather's grave?
Then quit talking and let's take her.
Oh, bitch.
The demon lord will be so pleased.
Shit. I didn't even get to fucking step outside in my wedding dress. Before I could turn to search for the voices, I felt hands grab on my feet, and I looked down and lifted my dress. 2 pairs of evil-looking hands had taken a hold of my ankles, reaching through a dark red and purple pentagram. I shrieked, trying to pull my legs away, but couldn't stop them as they swiftly pulled me into the ground. I was pulled deeper into the darkness. I was no longer in my room. I was being dragged through a dark void, one that I couldn't escape. And we're falling into darkness again. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I reached out and clawed at the dark, trying to find something to grab onto. I tried to pull my legs away from the hands that were holding them, but I couldn't pull free. What was going on? Why was this happening? Someone help me. Once again. As if someone had heard my screams, I suddenly felt the hands let go and disappear, leaving me to float in the darkness they left me in. I shut my eyes. Please let this be a dream. Please let this be a dream. No, it's all real. Too bad. I finally felt a surface under my feet and collapsed onto it, my body curling in on itself from the experience I had. I didn't dare tear my eyes away from my lap, not ready to get up just yet. The voice I heard, however, made my heart stop.
You! What are you doing here?